Hello viewers, welcome to another video. In this video, we will be discussing about the main differences between the miniature circuit breaker MCB and the molded case circuit breaker MCCB. So there is always a big confusion that which type of circuit breaker shall we use, and in this video you will be able to understand the key differences between these two circuit breaker and which enables you to choose the right type of circuit breaker depending on your circuit requirement. So first of all, very briefly, I will explain the common things between these two types of circuit breakers. Both type of circuit breakers come in single pole, two pole and three pole models. Also, both type of circuit breakers have both thermal and magnetic protection. So let us talk about the first difference. The MCB comes in a maximum current rating of 125 ampere, and this is a very important parameter which tells that this is the maximum current against which your circuit breaker can provide a thermal and magnetic protection. Or you can also say it can provide an overload protection of maximum of 125 ampere. And for this, I will refer to the Terrasaki catalog of MCB, which is the most famous manufacturer of the circuit breaker. And here you can see that the Terrasaki manufacture MCCB in the range from 0.5 to 123 ampere. Whereas the current rating of MCCB is up to 3200 ampere. Again, we refer to the catalog of a terrasaki, and 10 brake is the model of terrasaki, and you can see here that the MCCB comes in 3200 ampere model. So here you can see that if the current rating of your circuit is more than 125 ampere, then you have to use MCCB because MCCB has the higher current rating as compared to MCB. Another very important parameter is the interrupting capacity. The MCB has the interrupting capacity of maximum of 10 kA to 15 kA. The interrupting capacity of the circuit breaker is the maximum amount of the current the circuit breaker can interrupt without getting damaged or rupture. So interrupting capacity is also called rupturing capacity or the breaking capacity of the breaker, whereas the MCCB has the higher interrupting capacity up to 125 kA. Again, if you refer to the catalog, here you can see that the 3200 ampere comes in 125 kA. One very important thing to note here, that being a designer, you have to be very careful in selecting the interrupting capacity of a breaker, because higher the interrupting capacity of the breaker, higher the cost of the breaker. So as a designer, you have to first calculate the maximum short circuit rating of your circuit, and depending on that you can either use MCB or MCCB. For example, if the maximum short circuit level in your circuit exceeds 20 kA, then you can't use MCB, you have to use MCCB. Another comparison is the MCB has non-adjustable thermal and magnetic protection, whereas in MCCB it has the adjustable thermal and magnetic protection. So this feature makes you much more flexible. You can adjust the thermal or magnetic protection depending on the maximum capacity of your circuit. Here you can see there are two adjustable knobs on the front of MCCB from where you can select the thermal and the interrupting capacity, that how many times of the normal current this breaker shall interrupt your circuit in case of short circuit. As a thumb rule, in domestic usage, you can easily use miniature circuit breaker because the level of normal current and interrupting current is very low. Whereas for commercial and industrial uses, you have to use molded case circuit breakers because the current rating of the circuit and also the interrupting current is much higher as compared to the domestic usage. Last but not the least, MCB does not provide remote on and off operation, whereas in MCCB you can use remote on-off operation via external mechanism. As shown in this manual, this is a Siemens product and it can easily couple to the MCCB and provides an on and off remote on and off operation for the breaker. I hope you understand the key differences between these two circuit breakers, and you will able to now choose the right type of circuit breaker depending on your circuit requirement. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe our channel.